to have you as my listener this day. For me and you, it is another opportunity to learn and receive teachings of His Word. This is New Life program from Adventist World Radio, the Voice of Hope. I'm your host, Tilen Odhiambo. As always, your health is our priority. Today, Musavi Muteshi will be talking about an optical disorder, so be sure to stay tuned. The servant of God, Pastor Kigundu Ndwiga, has prepared a topic that goes by a familiar word, money. Keep listening.
I come to the garden alone, while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses. And He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks, and the sound of His voice is so sweet, the birds hush their singing, and the melody that He gave to me within my heart is ringing. And He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. I'd stay in the garden with Him, though the night around me be falling, but He bids me go through the voice of woe. His voice to me is calling, and He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.
Known to be the common cause for blindness, cataracts, which was known to affect only the aging, is nowadays affecting even the young. The reason for this can be properly answered by our health speaker, Musavi Muteshi, as she talks about cataracts. Be educated.
Hello, listener. Welcome to our program Health Nuggets. I'm your presenter, Musavi Muteshi. Today, our topic is cataracts. A cataract is the clouding of the normally clear lens of the eye. For people who have cataracts, vision is a bit like looking through a frosty or fogged-up window. Clouded vision caused by cataracts can make it difficult to read, drive, or even see the face of the person to whom you are talking. Most cataracts develop slowly, so they do not cause problems with vision early on. As they worsen, however, vision becomes more and more disturbed. Other vision problems that occur with cataracts include increasing difficulty with seeing at night, seeing halos around lights, sensitivity to light, sensitivity to glare, and double vision in a single eye. Your eye's lens is located behind the colored part of your eye. It focuses the light that comes into your eye, producing a clear, sharp image onto the membrane of nerves at the back of the eyeball that acts like the film of a camera. A cataract scatters the light as it passes through the lens, preventing a sharp image from reaching the back of the eye. As a result, the vision becomes blurred. As we age, the lenses in our eyes normally become less flexible, less transparent, and thicker. The tissues of the lens begins to break down and clump together, clouding small areas of the lens. Aside from aging, risk factors that increase the likelihood of our developing cataracts include prior eye injuries, prior eye surgery, diabetes, drinking excessive amounts of alcohol, excessive exposure to direct sunlight or radiation, high blood pressure, obesity, smoking, and the taking of steroids. To diagnose cataracts, your doctor will ask you to read an eye chart. This measures how well you can read a series of letters. He will also use a light to directly examine how clear or cloudy your lens is. He will then dilate your eye to open the pupil wide to inspect the back of your eye. Treatment of cataracts is difficult. With early cataracts, stronger lighting and wearing eyeglasses will help you to see better. But as the clouding becomes more severe, the only way to return to normal vision is to undergo cataract surgery. Some lifestyle changes can help you deal with the symptoms of cataracts until surgery is required. Make sure your eyeglasses are the most accurate prescription possible. Improve the lighting in your home with brighter lamps. Use a magnifying glass to read. Also, when you go outside during the day, wear sunglasses or a broad-brimmed hat to reduce glare and limit your nighttime driving. As your cataracts become severe, surgery will be required, but because cataracts do not harm the eye itself, there is no rush to remove them early. Most eye doctors suggest considering surgery only when they begin to affect your quality of life, interfering with your ability to perform normal activities such as reading or seeing well at night. During cataract surgery, your clouded lens will be removed and replaced with a lens made of plastic. The replacement lens becomes a part of your eye. Your doctor will numb the area around your eye and you will stay awake during the procedure. If you live in an area where plastic replacement lenses are not available, your doctor will simply remove the clouded lens and correct your vision with eyeglasses or contact lenses. Cataract surgery is generally safe, but it carries a risk of infection and bleeding. It is usually done one eye at a time with a few weeks between surgeries. You might ask how you can prevent developing cataracts in the first place. You may be able to delay or reduce your risk of developing them by having regular eye exams. Eye exams can detect cataracts at their earliest stages, and taking precautions early on can slow their development. If you smoke, quit. It has been shown that people who smoke more than 15 cigarettes a day are 3 times more likely to develop cataracts than non-smokers. It is well known that radiation from sunlight and radiation from cancer treatments speeds the development of cataracts, so wear sunglasses or a broad rim hat when you go outdoors into direct sunlight. If you have health problems such as diabetes, high blood pressure, or obesity, managing these conditions will help to slow the development of cataracts. One of the most important choices you can make to prevent the development of cataracts is to eat a diet that includes plenty of fruits and vegetables. Scientific evidence is mounting that a diet rich in colorful fruits and vegetables is helpful in preventing the formation of cataracts by providing the vitamins and antioxidants that guard against damage to your eye's lens. A recent scientific study in Europe looked at the association between diet and cataracts in the population with a wide range of diets. It found that vegetarians were at lower risk for cataracts than were meat eaters. A more recent study showed that eating foods rich in a variety of vitamins and minerals such as you find in fruits and vegetables postpones the development of the most common forms of cataracts. It has also been shown, for the first time, that a relationship exists between cataracts and plasma levels of the red, yellow, and orange plant pigments called carotenoids. People with low levels of carotenoids have more than 5 times the incidence of cataract formation compared to normal people. Carotenoids are found in dark green leafy vegetables as well as in orange and red fruits and vegetables such as tomatoes, peaches, squash, and carrots. Remembering which fruit or vegetable contains which vitamin isn't important. Just remember that adding a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables to your diet ensures that you are eating a diet that is healthy for your eyes. Health Nuggets is written by Dr. Richard Uckel, a medical doctor working in the United States. The medical views expressed in this program are his and may differ for your particular health needs. If you need medical advice, please consult a medical professional in your area. Thank you for listening.
This is Adventist World Radio, the voice of hope, bringing you today's edition of New Life program. I'm your presenter, Tilen Odhiambo. Remember that you can always reach us with your concerns, contributions, and thoughts about this program by sending them to the producer, Adventist World Radio, P.O. Box 42276, code 00100, Nairobi, Kenya. Our email address is awrnairobi@eau.adventist.org.
There's life in a look at the sacred cross. Jesus has said, "Look unto me." Earth with its riches is only dross. Bright treasure beyond, through the cross I see. In a look, there's life for thee. In a look at Calvary. Blessed thoughts of salvation free. By a look at Calvary, When first to the Savior I raised my eyes, sweet was the smile that fell on me. Oft as the clouds of temptation rise, I'll look at the cross, still my strength shall be. In a look, there's life for thee. In a look at Calvary. Blessed thoughts of salvation free. By a look at Calvary,
After successfully finishing the series on money matters, Pastor Kigundu Ndwiga has prepared a more similar topic to that, entitled Money.
Dear listener, I want to welcome you to our Biblical Stewardship series. And the title of our topic is just money. When rock star Tommy Lee was arrested for battering his wife, Pamela Anderson, comedian Jay Reno commented on his TV show. Tommy Lee is the star. He lives in Malibu, and Malibu is one of America's most luxurious districts, and is married to Pamela Anderson. Hello, why is he unhappy? Behind this comment lies the great expectation that people have about money, that money brings happiness. When the father of President John F. Kennedy was asked to comment about political campaigns, Joseph Kennedy said, to win a campaign, you need three things: money, more money, and even more money. Another expectation about money: money can do all things. I have a friend who swears to the speculation that the cure for cancer has been long found, but is not revealed because pharmaceutical companies would stand to lose untold millions in revenue. Now, do you see the underlying thought behind these far-out speculations? Money is the omnipresent force that moves the world. So here are some thoughts about money. It brings happiness, it can do all things, and is behind everything that goes on in the world. Now, I want to ask, what is money to you? Do you have a particular philosophy about it? This is a question hardly ever asked, yet so badly needed, since in the matter of divorce, for instance, money more than sex is what drives couples apart. Money in our society today has ceased being just a tool to achieve certain goals and has gained a godlike status. The third person in a relationship made only for two. No wonder money can destroy and has destroyed many marriages. When psychotherapist Olivia Molan helps couples cope with money-related problems, she advises her parents to engage in a dialogue with their money and write down what it says to them. Couples report that their money says things like, "You're squeezing me so tight I can't breathe. You need to let go a little. You throw me around. You don't treat me with respect. You need to pay more attention to me." She then asks her client to imagine themselves listing the three people, such as their mother and father, commenting about the dialogue. The final step in the therapy requires the patients to consider what God says to them on the issue of money. Molan argues that this exercise helps people realize their own philosophy about money and to recognize that money is just a tool to achieve certain goals. Since money talks, as people say, Dr. Molan directs her patients to talk back to it, discuss the role that it plays in their lives, and define what money is and what it is not. Well, money really is a tool. As children, we may have heard plenty about money from our parents who mainly complained about the lack of it or argued about its use. As a result, we place the issue of money on the list of taboo subjects, and today it is impolite to ask someone about their money situation. Consequently, most people have no stand at all about money, and although they may technically see money as just a tool to achieve things, they see money as equivalent to love, happiness, power, security, control, and much more. In essence, what has happened is that with the lack of philosophy about money, an erroneous view has settled in, and millions of people are completely unaware that they are active worshippers in the money cult. When did money cease just being a tool? 2,000 years ago, Jesus was already warning his followers about the love of money and material security. In Luke 12 verse 15, he says, "Be on your guard against covetousness in any shape or form, for a man's real life is not in no way depends upon the number of his possessions." So it seems that this erroneous view of money is not a product of the times, but rather a lack of conscientious guarding against confusing the goal for the tool. Why should we be on guard against this confusion? Is it because the erroneous view of money can sneak into our lives unawares? Consider the story Jesus told about a younger son who asked his father for his share of the inheritance. Perhaps he was dazzled by the possibilities of what he could do with the lump sum in his pocket. We are not told in the story the reason for his son wanting to leave. Did he have dreams of making it on his own, doubling his wealth? Was he looking for something better in his life? It is not important to know this young man's goal because whatever end goal he had, it got lost in the process. For a brief time, money gave him an exciting time, plenty of friends, plenty of food and fun. If he had a goal, it got lost. The goal was replaced by the tool, that is money, and the tool became a goal, a way of life. It became a god. This foolish mix-up sneaked into the life of this young man, and it almost destroyed him. It was only when he had lost the tool completely that he was free to see where real life may be found, in the love and acceptance of his father. The son learned that love and happiness are not found nor depend on money but on relationships. And what was the father's view about money? Notice the respect that he exhibits for his son. The father knew his son was acting on impulse and that he most probably would squander all of the money and end up broke. Yet he respects his son's decisions and he lets him go. When the son returns, the whole household is amazed and touched by the father's steadfast love towards his son. So, what about money? Did he care about the loss of a third of his hard-earned wealth? If he did, he exhibits no concern about it. What is evident is that next to his son, money had no chance. He loved his son when he had money and when he had none. Losing money for this father was not as serious or important as losing a way of life, a goal, or a god. It was just money. His son was far more important than money, and upon the son's return, he calls for the biggest feast. His happiness did not rest on money. His happiness was his son. So therefore, my friend, dear listener, before you take another step into your journey, why don't you stop and reflect on what money means to you? In this vicious society of ours, the lifestyle of the rich and famous can dazzle our eyes, but the high rate of suicide, drug abuse, and abuse ratify what Jesus said. A man's real life in no way depends upon the number of his possessions. Where may real life be found? The Apostle John responds to this question. Our real life is in the true one and in his Son, Jesus Christ. This is a real God, and this is real eternal life. In the end, the workaholic, the shopaholic, and the prodigal find out what they were looking in the wrong place, and that real life may be found only in their relationships with their loved ones. Dear friend, money is not a goal, money is not a god, money is nothing but a tool. I say, money is just money.
That brings today's program to a closure. It is always our privilege having your company, and I'm looking forward to it in our next program. Thanks, and remember to send us your views, comments, and suggestions regarding this program to the producer, Adventist World Radio, P.O. Box 42276, code 00100, Nairobi, Kenya. Our email address is awrnairobi@eau.adventist.org. On behalf of the producer, I have been your presenter, Tilen Odhiambo.